Law of Equi Marginal Utility. The law of diminishing marginal utility applies to a single commodity. If the commodities are more than one a consumer uses, then the equilibrium is assessed on the basis of law of equi marginal utility. We can say that the law of equi marginal utility is the extension of law of diminishing marginal utility. We know that the wants of every man are unlimited, wants to rise again and again, but man has limited means income to fulfill his wants and men have alternative uses. Thus, we always faces the problem of distribution of limited means of alternative uses for his want so that he may get maximum satisfaction. The law of equivalence presents the solution to this problem. This law states that if a person wants to get maximum satisfaction from his income, he should spend his income on different items the, in such a way that the utility of the last unit of money spent on each commodity should be equal. The item may be 2, 3, 4, it may be different, 2 or more than 2. This law was first of all presented by French economist Gaussen. Gaussen is also an classical economist who presents this law. This law is also called the second law of Gaussen. Law of diminishing utility is the first law of Gaussen and the law of equi marginal utility is the second law of Gaussen. This law leads us how we can get maximum satisfaction while allocating our limited resources on different items. When a consumer allocate his resources among different uses in such a way that the utility of the last unit of money spent on each commodity, on each good should be equal. This condition for a consumer to maximize utility is usually written in the form in the following form. What is the form? The form is marginal utility of good X divided by price of good X is equal to marginal utility of Y divided by price of Y. For n number of commodities, the equilibrium condition is marginal utility of A mean good A, by the price of good A is equal to marginal utility of B by price of B is equal to marginal marginal utility of C by price of C is equal to marginal utility of D by price of D and so on. up to marginal utility of good n by the price of n. For further explanation of this law, here we draw a table in which we show how the marginal utility decreases with the increase in consumption of good A, good B, and good C. We draw table which is consist of three columns. First column which show the unit of money. Second column which represent the marginal utility of good A means bananas, and second column show the marginal utility of good B, which is here apple. In this table we observe when we start to purchase or consume different units of commodity, which marginal utility tend to be decreased. The above table describes law of equivalent utility. Here, when consumer spend 3 units of money on bananas, get 6 units of marginal utility, and 2 units of money on a good B means apple, and get 6 units of marginal utility. Here the marginal utility is equal and he get maximum satisfaction, which is 38 unit, which also which is also shown by the diagram. Diagram marginal utility of bananas and marginal utility of apple. Here the marginal utility is unit, when then his total utility is maximum. The marginal utility of apples and bananas are taken on vertical axis and unit of money are taken on the horizontal axis. In both cases the marginal utility of banana and apple slope downward. If consumers spend 3 on bananas and 2 on apples, so the marginal utility from those will be equal to 6 unit. If this combination is changed, that 2 are spent on bananas and 3 are apples, so the gain and loss are shown in the diagram, where the loss is more than the gain. Thus the previous combination was the best one.